LoatheCast.
It was a normal morning, and I was sitting at the front desk of a little residential hotel I managed. A guy I had seen leaving the building earlier came back up the stairs and just sort of headed on his way. I stopped him, having looked quickly at the visitor sign-in sheet and asked him for his ID, thinking he'd gotten in on our late-night security system, which consists of tired old men that don't really give a rat's ass. I was being cool. Just show me your ID real quick so I can have it on file. And the guy says, "I'll be right back." He goes back down the stairs. And I was doing paperwork and thought nothing of it. Some of these kids leave their wallets or whatever in their cars, and I figured he was going back to get it. He comes back some 3 to 5 minutes later, flashing me a badge, and again trying to fly past me. "Wait a second," I said, and that stopped him. Came back and quickly showed me the leather wallet-looking thing with a bronze star and a crude-looking ID that said Special Sheriff's Deputy. Now, I don't know much. I know when I'm being fucked with, and I said so. That ain't no ID, pal. That don't tell me who you are and what you're doing here. He got all sort of indignant with me, saying, "Do you know who I am, huh?" And I said, "No, who are you?" And this flustered him a bit. So he went on with the next part of his plan. "Do you know what happened last night? Do you?" And his voice was climbing in volume, yelling. "No." I said, "Tell me." "There was a murder," he said, wanting me to be shocked and buy into this game. "No, here there wasn't," I said. "And that play badge won't get you in here." "Why are you fucking with me?" he yelled. "If you really want me to call the San Francisco Police Department to come and find out what the fuck this is about," I asked him. "Yeah, you shit, go ahead. I could use the help. They'll back me up." So I dialed the non-emergency number for the SFPD, and they answered right away. "I got this guy here claiming to be a special sheriff's deputy, even though his badge is fake. Can you guys come here and straighten this out?" The guy's on his way down the stairs saying, "I'll be right in front waiting for him." By the time I hung up the phone, having given dispatch the particulars, the kid was gone.
Mr. Daly has a new poetry book out, but don't take my word for it. B.L. Wassoon sent us the nose. Let's listen in.
At last, we've finally been granted access to filming behind-the-scenes footage on the closed set of The Nose. In order to maintain the integrity of this crew, particularly my good friend Tom Underman and Mr. Blackwood, I am not at liberty to reveal what secrets and trades were exchanged to be granted such exclusive access. The footage we gather today will no doubt give us even more insight into the brilliance of this one-time local news anchor, and now television host and published enophile.
This has legs that could take the red off of this label.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, dear. It doesn't matter. Has anyone ever told you that you're beautiful? You're more beautiful than a hot August night.
No. That doesn't really even make any sense either, Charles.
Oh, nothing makes sense in this crazy world, Violet, which I believe was the theme of your fourth picture. Crazy world. Please, tell us more, Violet.
That was actually just about my cat and how crazy he was as a kitten.
Don't be modest, Violet. Your brilliance is far too bright to cloak. The evidence was clear while I viewed it again last night, that the cat was a symbol of universal suffering, and the subtext of your sublime narration carried the chains of oppression.
I don't know what to say, Charles. That's certainly one way of looking at it, I guess. This wine is really good. What kind is it again?
This, my sweet creature, is a 1997 Cabernet Sauvignon from a small vineyard in California's Napa Valley. I selected this exact wine one evening back in that year when I was to share a night of passion with my then-girlfriend. I distinctly recall her dialing me on my cell phone and telling me to pick up some Hershey's chocolate before I arrived. I did, and when I arrived, she proceeded to attack the chocolate like a jackrabbit on a bobcat, drank all the wine at a furious pace, and promptly fell asleep on the couch.
Wow. That's a horrible story, Charles.
Ah, for another time. Violet, please regale us with what you have lined up for your next project.
Certainly, Charles. I was thinking that my project would be about men and how they totally fucked me over. Oops, can I say that?
Of course you can, dear. We can just bleep it out or whatever they do. That sounds like a wonderful topic. God knows I could do a film or two on how the opposite sex has been treating me in the last 30 years or so.
I would love to see that, Charles.
Then I shall. And we shall end it there, my dear. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Salud!
Cheers!
All right, people, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, who's driving him home? Can you?
No. I just got my interior shampooed. And we gotta get back to the office. And there you have it. Charles Blackwood in all of his raging glory. Please join us next time when we visit ex-high school principal Wallace Turner and his 18-year-old bride, Yvonne. Until then, always yours and faithfully serving, au revoir.
Drunk in public, mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it. Mad at the winners with their suits and gusto. Offended at the way I'm being treated, so I get drunker and madder and more pathetic. A cycle descending. No good to come from this. I'm the guy at the bus station yelling my fool head off at nothing and everything. I started this months back. Had to quit my job, obviously. So the money ran out and the rent got late. Eviction notices came and went. Till the sheriffs came and didn't leave until I did. So I gathered my things, what little I had left, and put them all in the shopping cart. I sleep some nights down on the piers. Lots of nights, though I don't sleep, just wander around town, drunk and swearing, shouting at the top of my lungs. To the tops of the buildings, or whatever ears hear me. The police have gotten tired of me. I'm too loud for them. They leave me alone, or mace me when they have to.
That was The Professor reading out of My Midnight Mind by Patrick Daly.
It's time to check in with our modern-day Magellans, our own Christopher Columbians. Of course, I'm talking about our rogue warriors. Hi, guys. What's the word in the world? By world, I mean America.
I have some stuff to discuss with you. I don't think we should be appropriate to talk about on air.
Now, our listeners are adults. Legally, I have to say that. Anything you want to tell me is okay for everybody to hear. This is news, history, news story. That's funny. News story about history and news put together. Plus one for Webster.
Listen, I went down to Western Union and there wasn't anything there. Are you sure you wired the money?
I wonder where Webster looked up words he didn't know how to spell. Did he make them up?
Listen, look, I really don't know. But I do know that the credit card you gave us is maxed out and we need cash. None of these places will take an out-of-state check. Certainly not the Holland Tunnel.
Wait, you're in Holland? I thought you were in America. We're only paying you to be in America. Our money can't go across borders. 9/11. I'm just kidding. I know the tunnel. It connects the White House to the Pentagon. A marvel of modern engineering. Did you know that it is over 4 stories tall? It was built in the early 1920s by fur traders to help get this great land out of the Great Depression.
Actually, the Holland Tunnel is one of the ways to get into Manhattan, New York, which is what we're trying to do. But we need to come up with a toll.
The Great Depression, although we call it that, it wasn't very great. How many people even died? 20? 30? You won't find that in any history books. A pox on you, Rand McNally.
Come on, it's rush hour. We're tired, hungry.
Tired and hungry? You should head over to the Statue of Liberty. It's where I tell everybody to go who happens to be hungry or tired. It's the law.
I think it's give me your tired, your poor, your humble vessels, unit to breathe 3.
3? They're giving everything away in that crazy Big Apple. Hey, have you guys seen the Big Apple yet? Did you know it's over 4 stories tall?
There isn't really a Big Apple. It's just a nickname, kind of like...
The Grand Canyon?
Grand Canyon? No, there really is a Grand Canyon. It's in Arizona.
I thought you guys were in New York. Ah, you nutty travelers. Living the good, free life. One day you're eating apples, and then you're tossing the cores of the Grand Canyon. Boys, you're truly living the Ghana Loco.
The crazy cat?
We'll be back for the second half of our show in just a moment.